Well, you know, I'm joking. I am the aforementioned Oob, and today we're just gonna be doing, you know, a classic sort of, whispered ramble with some triggers in the background. I have a few items here that I think make nice sounds. So, yeah, I will say this is my second attempt at recording this video because when I tried earlier, my microphone is just doing weird stuff. So hopefully that doesn't happen now, and we can, get this video done. Let me just check something quickly. Okay, it's all good. I have so much anxiety about my phone isn't recording or my microphone isn't recording, so every time I have to check. But anyways, I guess let's just start rambling. I am a rambling man after all. So I was actually listening to that song by Waylon Jennings. I think the album is called The Rambling Man as well. Oh, I am a rambling man. But anyways, some I don't know, it's kind of a fun, it says 70s country song. If you are, into that sort of thing, check it out. If not, then, don't. Or, I don't know, check it out anyways, it's fun. Whatever. Yeah, so I guess I've been a little sick. Starting over this weekend, which is why I didn't end up my throat made a weird sound, which is why I didn't end up making a video earlier. Well, to be honest, I should have just made one during whatever. It's my fault either, anyways. If I was sick or if I wasn't. But yeah, nothing too bad. Just a little bit flu-y. But yeah, I decided to take it easy and not do anything over the weekend because there have been many times in my life where I was just a little bit sick, and then I was like, oh, now I'm fine. I'll just continue doing that thing I was gonna do, and then being active, doing whatever, going out or whatever, and which is not a good idea, obviously. And then I just started to feel worse, so I have learned from those mistakes, and I decided to just do absolutely nothing over the weekend. Just laid in bed and rested. Yeah, it actually was kind of annoying because I was planning on going. Well, I even bought the ticket to a play, a production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf, which was on Saturday, which obviously I couldn't go to because I was sick. But it's okay. I'm sure I'll find another play to watch. When I was thinking of making this video, I had so many things that I was gonna say, and now I'm fucking pulling a blank. I guess I can talk about this. This is a fake plant. I have no idea where it came from. Probably from some sort of decorative thing. I found it in the garage at my parents' house, and I just thought it looked really cool, and it was so this is material. I don't know what material. And then you have the little styrofoam thingies to imitate. I forget what these things are actually called in real life. But yeah, I think it's just pretty and cool. And even though it's very obviously not real, I don't know, I kind of like that. It's kind of gaudy, kitschy almost in a way that I find quite charming. Yeah, this sits in a place of prominence in my apartment. There's this kind of decorative mirror on the wall that this sort of sits on, and I don't know, I like it. I guess let's actually switch it to something else. I guess this book. This is my drama notebook. Oh yeah, another thing that my mild sickness prevented me from doing is going to drama yesterday. So I started going to this drama class thing on Mondays after work, and I couldn't go yesterday. Well, I decided not to go, just to get some more. Well, mostly because I walk to drama. It's like a 1.5 kilometer walk, which usually is not that bad, but I didn't want to, as I said, I didn't want to be too active while I was sort of feeling, again, mildly sick. So yeah, for drama we all chose a poem, and we had to like analyze it and whatever. And yeah, I just thought I'll choose this notebook because an old friend bought this for me like a while back. So I thought, yeah, fuck it, I'll use it for drama. It's pretty, it's cool, very colorful, wonderful. It has the nice little thingy-majiggy. But yeah, it has no lines. It's completely blank. I don't even know what song that's from. Blank, destruction of. It'll come to me at some point, I'm sure. But yeah. So I didn't. Well, I guess it is technically a poem. I chose the song "Rent" by the Pet Shop Boys as my poem to perform, or to sort of analyze, get into for drama. And I was planning on writing the lyrics down on this front page, and I just never got to it. Every week I'm like, oh, I should, and then I just end up looking up the lyrics on my phone every time. But I do have some of the analysis. Yeah, on the following pages you can see my horrendous chicken scratch handwriting. And yeah. Oh, also another thing that I was planning for this weekend to do for drama. So every week, like one of the, I think it's always like the first thing we do is like a sort of like icebreaker thing for the drama session. Is we will play I'm Sorry I'm Late, or another game, but mostly we played I'm Sorry I'm Late. Which is basically you come and you start and you say, oh, I'm so sorry I'm late, but and then you explain a reason why you are late, but it is like the plot of a movie. So like the example our teacher always uses is, oh, I'm so sorry I'm late, but I ended up going to this ball that I wasn't really supposed to go to, and then I lost a shoe, and then this guy I danced with came and found me, and that would be like Cinderella. So you are describing the plot of a movie. Basically the point is to describe the plot of a movie without, oh yeah, people have to, like the other people have to like guess what the movie is. That's the point of the game. And basically the point is, basically the point is, you have to try to describe the plot of a movie without, in such a way that other people won't get it, you know. So it's quite a fun exercise. And like I realized like there are so many movies where I just don't fucking remember what happened, you know. So I've tried to myself and some of the other like drama, my fellow classmates, I guess, have been talking about, oh, we need to like watch movies and could actually like remember what happens in them, because you just like go blank in the moment, like what the fuck. Like I was thinking last time, like what happens in Beauty and the Beast? Like was it her father? Did he like go into the Beast's property and something? I had no clue, and I was like, fuck me. And then I was like, okay, like this weekend I'm gonna watch Rocky Horror Picture Show 1, because I just really love that movie and would love to watch it again, and also I thought it would be an interesting one to do for this game. And I was deciding whether I would assume the character of Dr. Frankenfurter, or his henchman dude played by Richard O'Brien. Anyways, I ended up not doing that, so I did not watch Rocky Horror Picture Show over the weekend, and I did not end up going to drama. Guys, I don't know why you're interested in listening to this. Maybe you aren't. I don't know. Like, you know what? No. I appreciate appreciate the fact that I'm a rambler. I was watching this. I should stop making that sound. It's very like every time. I don't know what. I did it again just now. I make that like loud sound when I'm talking quite a lot. It's just a habit of mine I found, and it's so annoying when I edit the audio because it's like a really high peak and it's very loud. So I'm trying to avoid making that sound because it's just annoying for me to edit. But anyways, I was watching a video by one of my wonderful ASMR contemporaries, Lotus Bear ASMR. Let's switch to another thing. Lotus Bear ASMR, who you've probably seen in the comments of my videos if you are an avid viewer. But yeah, I was watching one of her. Check out. She makes great like whispery, and she makes some like lots of like short videos as well, which are quite cool. But anyways, I was watching a recent video of hers that was also like a whisper ramble, and she was like saying like, oh, I don't know, like what this, I don't know what I'm gonna ramble about, like towards the end. And I kept thinking, I've never thought of that in my life, of making ASMR videos. Like, it just hit me that like I could ramble forever about whatever, and I guess I've started to be like, hey, that's like a cool thing. I actually appreciate the fact that I can just talk like for hours and hours about nothing. Like, how long have I been going now? Like 10 minutes. I've like said nothing of substance, so I think that's sort of a skill. I don't know, at least for ASMR, because I kind of like sometimes just listening to a person like whispering about just sort of about normal random stuff. Just kind of soothing to me. Speaking of normal random stuff, this is the first brush I've owned as an adult, because I haven't what's the line from that song? I haven't combed or brushed my hair in a couple of weeks, maybe 2, okay, maybe a couple of months, maybe 6. I think that's from Whatever Dude by Injury Reserve. Wonderful alternative rap group if you're interested. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I haven't brushed my hair in like ages. Because I don't know, it's just very knotty, and I feel like it would be annoying to brush. Oh, that's the attitude that I had for such a long time. But then I thought, you know what, I need to start to like get some knots out of my hair, because this cannot be good for me. So yeah, I decided to buy this brush a couple of weeks ago, and I realized I now like detangle, like brush my hair in the shower, like after I put or after I rinse, or while I'm rinsing the conditioner off, and it actually like goes through pretty easily. Like when it's dry, it's kind of like hellish. I mean, it works, but also it like makes my hair look really weird. So I think when I brush it when it's wet, I can still like maintain the like defined curls that I like in my hair, and also it does like detangle. So, and also the really cool thing is, when I like brush my hair while it's wet, I feel like when I look in the mirror afterwards, I feel like I'm Antonio Banderas, because it's like really, it ends up looking like really like far like this, kind of like straightish at the top. It really makes me think of Antonio Banderas. And I think it's Spy Kids 2. Is it Spy Kids 2? I think it's Spy Kids 2. Because the image I have in my head is very like orange. And I remember Spy Kids 2 specifically being a very like orange movie. Particularly compared to like Spy Kids 1, it was way more like overall colorful. And also I think I just watched Spy Kids 2 a lot more than Spy Kids 1 when I was like small. So anyways, it's like the opening scene of Spy Kids 2, when the family are preparing to go to the like OSS like meet thingamajig, and you have them all like getting ready, and you have like Antonio Banderas and what the fuck is that guy's name? The boy, whatever. Anyways, there's a moment when Antonio Banderas is like brushing his son's hair and like pushing it all the way back like that to look like his. And I don't know, it made me think like that. It made me think about that moment when I have my hair like brushed back when it's wet. I feel like Antonio Banderas, like early 2000s Antonio Banderas. And I mean, honestly, who would I rather want to be like? That's such a great, it's a great feeling, great feeling, great feeling. I want to know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I want to know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind. That's a song I've been listening to a lot today. It is What's on Your Mind by, oh my god, how am I forgetting? Information Society. By Information Society. It is from, I know it from American Psycho, the film. It's like one of the first, in like the first club scene where he's talking to whatever. It's like one of the opening scenes in that movie. And like it's like a song that's playing in the club. So yeah. It's just such a good song. I don't know if you're into like 80s, 90s, like dance, like techno stuff, but it's really fun. It has the first, that part I just said, I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. That's all like a cappella at the beginning, and then with like some like echo reverb like on the voice, and then the actual like the instrumental starts, and then you actually get into the song. That's just so cool. Like that like a cappella intro with like only the voice like saying that is just so like fun and cool. But yeah. What's the time? It is almost 20 past 12. I guess, you know what, let's switch to our final little thing. This is a frame with a frame of the album cover to George Michael's Listen Without Prejudice, Volume 1, which is like one of my favorite albums of all time. Easily. And yeah, I framed it because it's one of my faves. This is actually the CD like booklet that I have here, just like press-sticked onto a piece of white paper. Is press-stick like a global thing? Is that just like a South African saying? It's what do you even call it? It's like little like sticky stuff that you can like use to like put stuff on walls and whatever. Press-stick is actually the name of the brand. I don't know the word for that. There is some like fancy word for it, but when you use like the name of a specific brand or product to represent like a whole like line of things, like the stuff I'm talking about isn't actually called press-stick, but like we all call it press-stick. The same with like glue, like a glue stick, like this kind of stuff. We always would call it Brit, because Brit was like the most popular brand that made them, but it's called glue stick like this. As you can see, it's not like the Brit brand, but it is what it is. But yeah, this album, as I was saying, is one of my favorites. I have so many memories of listening to it in university. I was just not doing too well in university, just kind of in general, on a like mentally, I guess. I was just quite low. And one of the albums, one of the things that sort of helped me, kind of deal with that, feel a little better, is this one by George Michael. So I listened to it quite a lot. I remember at my last the last dorm I stayed at, there was some like, I would almost every night at like 7 or 8, I would just like walk around within it. So the dorm I stayed at was basically just like a converted apartment block. So it was like this big, like rectangular, like field in the middle, and then like just like 4 like apartment blocks around them, which like turned into like a self-catering like university residence, which I stayed at. And obviously it's like all like closed in, so it's like safe to walk there at night. So I would almost every night, I would just go and walk around that like lawn and listen to lots of music. But I remember specifically like listening to this album, and that sort of helping me, kind of deal with what was going on. So it was a very special place in my heart. And also the like album cover itself is kind of a cool statement, particularly like in relation to, I guess, if for those of you who aren't familiar, the couple of songs you might know from this album are Freedom 90, Freedom, and Praying for Time. And then I think also Waiting for That Day was also a single, I think. So yeah, released in 1990. As I was saying, because all his other albums have like a picture of George Michael, like him, the man, on them, and this is the only one that is just, obviously these are just people. I think this is a picture from like the 40s of a crowd. I don't know from like what event it was, but yeah. And also particularly like all the Wham albums had like the guys like George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley on them, and Faith obviously has that very famous like that like picture of George Michael on it. So I think very cool idea to have, rather than a picture of himself, the artist, just a picture of people. Oh yes, I will say, I am excited because I'm going on leave from Thursday the 6th until the 12th of October. Honestly, just to give myself a break. I'm usually very bad at taking leave during the year. So, and also like we're going into like a kind of very busy time for my like job around like sort of like late in the year, sort of like from like mid-October to like sort of December. So I thought I'll take a nice little break before that and use up some of my leave. So I will try to actually get a few like cool like ASMR videos done. I'll try to do like the philosophy one on like stoicism, like those ones that I have to prepare for. I'll try to get those done, and not just also I want to like do some stuff with my music, kind of like, be productive, but I also want to sort of chill. So we'll see. I'm sure I'll be able to find a balance. I think friends. I think that's gonna be it for this for this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. What am I doing with my hands? I will see you in the next one.